Such a thing as a live broadcast makes people worry all the time. All of them often lead to ridiculous situations and embarrassment. In this episode, you will witness a selection of funny and unusual moments captured during live broadcasts. Now please, subscribe to our channel and like this video. Usually, people on the set of TV shows are trying to make the best impression, but some still allow themselves to do many unusual things. The probability that she would face a snow sphere was small, and yet it happened. Maybe it doesn't hurt that much, but it's still very funny and embarrassing. One can do a lot of things for the sake of improving the ratings of the weather forecast, and holidays also provide an excellent opportunity to do it in a very strange yet amusing way. Children often get into the frame during live broadcasts. They are bored while their mom is busy. This girl wanted to be useful, so she became an unexpected guest in the studio. Not everyone knows how to get out of an uncomfortable situation in a beautiful way. One of the vocalists accidentally stumbled and fell during the performance. She was so ashamed that she decided not to continue performing this song. It happens that journalists get into an awkward situation by their own fault. This host accidentally lifted her dress and showed more of her body than she would like. Presenters should remain calm and collected no matter what happens. It could have been worse. How? Imagine if the camel decided to spit without just showing its excessive friendliness and participating in an interview. When offering a woman to get married, you need to be ready to get rejected. Perhaps the thought that the chance of a positive response would be greater if he did it live, but by doing so, he only created a very awkward situation for everyone. Probably this forecast was supposed to warn about cool weather. It is obvious by looking at the child's mouth, but something went wrong and the visualization of the weather conditions did not give the desired effect. This weather forecast presenter had to suspend her program in order to demonstrate what lightning strikes are expected in the city tomorrow. Not only children, but pets like to appear on the screen. It should be noted that the young man clearly adores his cats and takes a lot of care of them. Perhaps she wants to escape from the scene unnoticed, but her fate prepared another scenario for her. Live weather forecasts always lead to various complex situations, and when a reporter can't cope with a naughty umbrella, the situation also becomes comical. Who will pay attention to the report when something happens in the background, especially something resembling a scene from a comedy movie? Wearing such a scarf may not have been the best idea, but by his movements, you can understand how windy the weather is in this area. Perhaps she has some important event the next day and the weather forecast ruins her plans. She was so upset that she couldn't contain her emotions. Being on the air, the journalist couldn't even imagine that a group of adult men decided to fool around and make jokes behind her back. This boy knows how to attract attention to himself. His funny and slightly inappropriate dance conquered the crowd of spectators. During an interview on local television, Cyril Ramaphosa, who is the president of South Africa, unintentionally added positive emotions to the residents of the country. He tried to put on a protective mask, but it took him a while to do it. It kept slipping into his eyes, and the elastic bands fell off his ears. Even if the weather forecast is disappointing, isn't it more pleasant to hear it from such a beautiful lady? On that day, the most important news for the presenter was a marriage proposal. Keeping in mind that she usually needs to remain calm at work, she wasn't able to not hold back tears of happiness. Employees of Hooters restaurants have always been distinguished by their bright appearance and catchy shapes. Perhaps it was very difficult for the reporter to concentrate. This is a real talent to trip twice and almost fall on the ground, being only a few seconds on stage. The only explanation for this is very uncomfortable shoes. This reporter accidentally swallowed a butterfly that flew into his mouth. This made him nervous, regret his choice of profession, and even threatened the operator. Fans of Michael Jackson love to repeat his moonwalk. While being host of the morning show, they also want to energize and entertain the audience with their dancing. Unexpected guests often appear in the frame when shooting a report, but this cockroach shamelessly violated the personal boundaries of the journalist. This man very cleverly avoided an unwanted kiss from a stranger in an interesting hat and continued his report. Obviously, the probability of a ball hitting a person is quite high when one is on the field. However, it is impossible to be prepared for this. There are people who really want to get on the air and can't think of anything else but to make a fool of themselves. This half-naked guy in a mask riding a horse apparently decided that this was his time.